Abusuya Sabri there, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and making the first three appointments for the ministerial positions. And according to Article 78 of the 1992 Constitution, a president of the Republic of Ghana has to nominate persons designated for the various ministerial positions to be vetted by the Appointment Committee of Parliament. And Sana went to meet the one Ejuma Ashawonsa say ministers of state. And until Sabri President John Dramani Mahama is making the first three ministerial nominations. Make sure say answer never call Sans Semu to details no. Share video now from so when you be ashare. On subscribe on Secret TV. Make sure say be subscribe na fin so no. Watch your journey after this appointment. President John Dramani Mahama aye inso. JDM Asansuda Tuga say Nabai will make sure that Ghana will not experience doom so anymore. The second coming of JDM, no, it will be doom so free. Watch them, Yabakasa Afan. And when Tinson Sanchez said, the pledge be a pledge say he's going to make sure that the free senior high school policy is not cancelled. He stands by that promise that he's going to make the free senior high school policy even more better. And also the promise to ensure free tuition for all first-year students entering tertiary institutions across the country. That policy still holds. Into details. So, according to Article 78 of the 1992 Constitution, a president has to nominate persons designated for the various ministerial positions. And John Dramani Mahama ejina that Article 78 of the Constitution, so he nominated 3 individuals for some ministerial positions in the country. Sanipa Miensen includes Dr. Kessel Forson, the minister designated for Finance Ministry. There's also Dr. Dominic Akutinga Ayene, minister designated for Attorney General and Justice. And there's also Mr. John Abdullahi Jinapor, minister designated for energy. And I say nominee for energy. Ebusuya, now maybe I say Sani pay what makes them qualify for the positions at JD and person auditions. And I say we want to look at the profile of these 3 individuals. President Mahama Abu Wundin said they should be vetted and approved by the Appointment Committee of Parliament. Now share Dr. Kessel Forson. The dean full name there, Dr. Kessel Forson. Dr. Kessel Forson, minister designated for finance, is an economist, chartered accountant, and tax practitioner with extensive expertise in public finance, business management. Also, a MP for 5 terms, so he has spent 20 years in Parliament as a lawmaker, and it's an experienced politician. He holds PhD in finance from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi. He also holds master's degree in taxation and economics from the University of Oxford and KNUST, respectively. He holds Bachelor of Science degree in accounting from London South Bank University. His appointment is expected to boost Ghana's financial management and drive fiscal reforms. That is the appointment of Dr. Kessel Forson as the Minister of Finance designated. Say, painful jutu of Parliament, not before the Juma, before the Finance Ministry. We are going to see some progress in the finance space of the country. The economy is going to be so friendly to ensure that businesses thrive and ordinary people feel the better management of the economy. After the minister designated for energy, President Mahama nominated on the person of Mr. John Abdullahi Jinapor. Mr. Jinapor brings a wealth of experience and technical knowledge to the energy portfolio. With background in energy economics and finance, he is poised to he holds Master of Arts degree in Economic Policy Management and an MBA in Marketing from the University of Ghana. Additionally, John Jinapor holds Master of Science degree in Energy Economics from JIMPA and postgraduate diploma in Finance and Financial Law from the University of London. Abusuya, Sabi there, Honorable Abdullahi Jinapor John is the minister nominee designate for the energy. After you are called the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, so your Dr. Dominic Akutinga Ayene. Ono na Omampanyine Mahama Abonidin say the nominee for the Attorney General Ministry. And also, he's an experienced lawyer with over 3 decades experience. So he has practiced law for over 30 years. I mean, Dr. Ayenia, Abonidin said he should go and head the Attorney General and the Minister for Justice Ministry. He has practiced over 30 years as a legal practitioner in Ghana. He previously served as Deputy Attorney General, in the previous administration of JDM. And also, he holds PhD in law from Stanford University and LLM from the University of Michigan Law School and Bachelor of Laws degrees from the University of Ghana. He has also lectured at the University of Ghana Law School for many years. Now he said, Dr. Ayini, University of Ghana Law School for so many years. And then we expect the appointment of a committee of parliament to do justice to their vetting and subsequent approval to enable them take office as early as possible. Senior, President Mahama, the vetting should be done and the appointment should be approved as early as possible. There was there, Mahama, they need 3 names of ministerial nominees Abetuga for finance, energy, and Attorney General in the Ministry of Justice. Ebusuya sabri so no yama panyin ko pie mu wo Ahmadiyya Muslims won jumedi bi ekọ so e the central region. Na so jumedi na so kasa na Otuga say free senior high policy no wa ba say obehye kena na afin so how be e won bia no wetumi eyi afi ho. Na ebusuya wasan so akire mu say in his political campaign no Otuga akire mu say is going to make sure that all Ghanaians who are entering public tertiary institutions, including the public universities, the nursing training colleges, the teacher training colleges, and all the other public tertiary institutions are going to get free tuition for their first year. JDM Chiremu say, we are Ghanaian students who enter tertiary school for the first time. You're not going to pay any admission fee. I mean, the tuition fee is going to be free for you under his new administration. Ahmadiyya Muslims in the central region.
Education is the cornerstone of national progress. And to this end, as promised, while strengthening basic education, we will sustain and enhance the free SHS policy so that we gain the benefits that it is intended to bestow. We will address challenges such as overcrowding to ensure quality education at all levels. Our plans also include free tuition for first-year students entering public tertiary institutions, the completion of abandoned e-blocks, and investments to provide equitable learning opportunities nationwide and across the whole education value chain. These initiatives will empower our youth with the skills needed to excel in a rapidly changing world. We shall emphasize technical vocational education and training so that we can produce the skilled manpower that is needed for business and industry. I'm going to set up a planning committee to start working on the National Education Review Conference that I promised. This conference will review our educational system right from the kindergarten through the basic to secondary to tertiary to technical vocational education and identify what the hindrances to quality education are at each level of our educational system.
Under his new administration, the country is not going to experience any load shedding, popularly known as doomsday, because they are going to take the right steps to ensure that the energy sector stands efficient and deliver the expected energy for the Ghanaian consumers. there will be no mishap in that front. So he's assuring all Ghanaians that despite the challenges that they have inherited from the previous Akufo-Addo's government in the energy sector, they are going to keep the lights on for all Ghanaians, including businessmen who use energy for their daily operations.
The reset agenda presents our collective commitment to restoring good governance, achieving economic stability and creating opportunities for all. And that is exactly what we shall do. It is our blueprint for national progress and will not waver in its implementation. For instance, a planned shutdown of the West African gas pipeline was supposed to take place in October last year. At the intervention of this government, it was postponed till January. This is a long delayed maintenance and has to be urgently done. But what it means is that there will be no gas available for all our generating plants in the east of Ghana, that is the Tema Enclave, because it will have curtailed the gas coming from Nigeria and the gas that comes in the reverse flow from our gas processing plants in the west. And so it means that the thermal generating plants in the Tema Enclave would have no access to gas. And normally, to forestall blackouts because of the loss of almost 2,000 megawatts of power, we have to make provision for fuel. And this is light crude oil, heavy fuel oil, and distillate fuel. Unfortunately, enough provision was not made for this eventuality. When the fuel arrives, it takes time to import it, 3 weeks to place an order and get it delivered. And when it arrives, you have to treat the fuel for another week and a half to make it ready for use in the generating plants. And so there's a threat of power outages. But my brothers and sisters, don't despair. Like I said, you elected us to solve the problems, not to put the blame on anybody else or to shoulder you with those problems. And so yesterday I called a meeting of all the stakeholders in the electricity value chain. And they have been sitting since yesterday to today to come out with innovative solutions so that we're able to keep the lights on. And so I can assure you, with some of the ideas they've come up with, we would make sure that your lights stay on and that we do not have doomsday, as you popularly call it.
Now, the nominations of the 3 ministerial nominees, and the minority leader in Parliament, Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markins, sorry on the floor of Parliament, due to said, "Oh, no, say JDM say obey 24-hour economy, he's going to name all the ministers as early as possible, not 3 pay. According to thought to be now obubu appointments in the Baya, they should reconsider their thought nominations. So no fallers in Ambra. They will say, said there, Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markins, sorry, now the near Brea also said he was expecting a tall list of ministerial nominees. Now, yes, any part 3 pay. We say Honorable Afenyo-Markins.
In the 8th Parliament, under President Akufo-Addo, Right Honorable Speaker made an observation, very profound, that matters Right Honorable Speaker observed that communications to the House must first be known to the House before it gets into the media. This House should not be a secondary recipient of that which is its bona fide. I do not appreciate the fact that a statement will be issued when Parliament has not already received the communication. Parliament should be the first to receive the communication before it gets out into the media. And that was the position taken by Right Honorable Speaker. So I would want to draw attention of the executive to this matter, especially when the acting spokesperson of the executive is one of our own, my own respected colleague, Felix Sofozukwache, very, very resilient guy. He doesn't fall easily. He knows his stuff, and he knows what he's about when he's doing his politics. I respect him. Mr. Speaker, the second observation is the fact that the second observation is the fact that when the names were read out by Mr. Speaker, he read out only 3 names. The finance minister designate, the energy minister designate, and the attorney general and minister of justice designate. Mr. Speaker, this thought appointment is unacceptable. Mr. Speaker, this is a government that promised a 24-hour economy. In opposition, they told us that they were ready for government. Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, indulge me.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Yes, indulge me.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Is that how you are starting it?
Please.
Let me finish. Let me.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Yes.
I'm just indulging you because you are a leader. This is a time slotted for correction of vote and proceedings.
Yeah, with your leave. I took your leave. Honorable Haruna Idrisu used to slot this in. I'm doing that. Mr. Speaker, this government, I'm talking for you, please, it's for you. Mr. Speaker, this government promised a 24-hour economy. Mr. Speaker, we expect them to be ready from day one. Mr. Speaker, you cannot start energy, finance, attorney general. When are the red of the ministers? You must be ready. We want to hear Ama Kofi Bua. We want to hear Agric. We want to hear Agric Ministry. Honorable Erikopoku.
Honorable Leader.
Honorable Erikopoku.
Honorable Minority Leader.
We want to hear Agric Ministry. We want to hear roads and highways.
Honorable Minority Leader.
We want to hear lands and natural resources.
Honorable
we
Minority
want to hear
Leader.
Education. Mr. Speaker.
I recognize the Deputy
Mr.
Leader
Speaker,
on his feet. Deputy Leader, are you on point of order?
You see, with the same nomination, the chief whip of the minority in parliament, Honorable Frank, another Prince, sorry, no, can say, hey, Mo the answer mo boa mo yie ansa na ma be share the appointment committee of parliament because enya de am fa no easy kura mo nko boa mo ho ko read mo note yie prepare ansa mo be share the appointment committee na no see pe na the minister the MP for Elembele constituency Honorable Emmanuel Amakofiboa o kasa papa no kasa during the last state of the nation address on my pen come here the wife guy no yo wasanka no bi o chemu say of late Honorable Alexander Ferremarkis, I said, yeah, Sebi, Popo Bibi Suma, Oba Parliament, and Casana too much. Now, Chilemu say, and yes, she say, in Kubuke Sia, MPPD, Ferremarkis has not gone out of the shocker defeat at the balance into only they allow him for now to talk so that we do over with the shocker defeat Casino at the Abrenebusen said they are. Honorable Amakofiboa this answer also to go on the floor. Now is the parliament there. Why the Speaker of Parliament say the micro minority. It is a maybe answer for by saying Honorable Amakofiboa on that issue.
Majority leader who has led our friends to that side has been talking a lot lately. We've been indulging him because we understand this difficult transition, and we believe that we should allow him to basically bring out all the pains of losing, but we want to remind him that his responsibility is to ensure that the business of this house flows We are working on votes and proceedings, and he's expected to make brief comments if he has to. We are not debating, we are not in periods of statements, and so my respected colleague, please help us in an orderly manner to do the business of government, because frankly, we are going to ensure that the business of government is executed without constant interruptions, and we expect you to be productive. We expect you to cooperate as we did to ensure that government business is done. For now, we are indulging you because we know the painful transition you are going through. I thank you.
I don't see Abusuya Sabri there. Eja Enyabedu. President Mahama, if you are saying ministers, Edin Eba, he has mentioned Honorable Abdullah John Jinapor as the minister designated for energy. Dr. Dominic Akutinga Ayeme as the minister designated for Attorney General and Justice, and also Dr. Kiso Forson has been nominated for the position of Finance Ministry. Yes, can Furata Nechiriba and Dominic Honorable Kiso Forson. He's the new Ufurata of our time. The Bushama show say Oberchawajina for the appointment. I'm paying making for the various ministries. Not nothing, you know. Last time I can say is going to make sure that all Ghanaians entering public schools, you know, are going to have free tuition. Bushia, Shawajina, Shebida from Sunyabi. Okay, Yamuson for an after. Bye bye.